Hi y'all. So today we are going to go through how to make a good garam masala. Now I really like mine, and it's garam masala and not marsala. So we're going to start off today by roasting our spices and our nuts and seeds and everything else. So right now in my pan, I've got a hot pan and I've got cinnamon sticks, okay? About 1/4 of a cup of cinnamon sticks. I am going to add 1/2 cup of coriander seeds. Now, do you know what coriander seeds are? They're the seed of one of the plants we use all the time in Mexican food, cilantro. So we're gonna take those coriander seeds and we're gonna pop those in there. Now, this is 1/4 cup of black pepper, whole black pepper. And when I opened the bottle of the black pepper, it was just like, wow, just intense flavor, intense aroma. So we're gonna put that in there. The next thing that I'm gonna put in are 2 bay leaves. Now, I was growing bay leaves at my other house in the woodlands, and I planted a bay leaf plant, which is now pretty prolific. So we've got 2 dried bay leaf, and it's going in there. And I normally make this outside. It's a little bit chilly and I did not want to do that. So you're going to see a little bit of heat coming off of this. So we've got right now several things in. I am putting cumin seed in. Love cumin seed. That's another one of those spices that go across cultures. And Mexican food, lots of cumin seed. And so we've got that going in there. We also have 3 tablespoons of whole cloves. And you can get that, of course, at the Asian store. I buy my spices and my seeds and berries and that type of thing at the Asian store. I buy them in bulk along with things like turmeric and several other things. The next thing I'm going to put in after the whole cloves is fenugreek. And you'll have to get this pretty much at the Asian store because they do not have it at the H-E-B, or at least the H-E-B that I go to. So that's going in there. And you can already smell the aroma of the cumin seed and the pepper, and it's all being toasted. After I get this done, after I get the seeds and everything toasted, I am going to use a grinder, a Mr. Coffee grinder. This is cardamom seed. I'm using the light cardamom and not the dark. But I'll use a Mr. Coffee. This grinder that I have here, I only use for my spices because you do not want your coffee flavored like, or maybe you do, I don't know. But anyway, it's only used for grinding. Today, I'm gonna make 2 different batches of this garam masala, and one is going to have nutmeg and one is not. The one I use will have nutmeg because I like the nutmeg and I am not allergic to it. Other people that we know are allergic to the nutmeg, so we're not gonna put that in there. This is, let's see, it is a tablespoon of crushed red pepper. Now, I did a recipe a while back about an Indian, the chicken with a zig, and I used my garam masala. And it is just so intense, the flavor is so intense, and you can change it up like you want. In India and Pakistan, each family has a different recipe, so you can change it up like you like it. This one is very spicy because of the black pepper and the red pepper, and I think we're pretty close to being toasted here. See, can you see no, you really probably can't. There's a little smoke coming off. We do not use oil. No oil at all in this. So now that these things are toasted, these seeds and everything are toasted, we are going to turn off the fire and we are going to put it in this glass bowl over here and let it cool off. Let's see if we can do this without burning our fingers. I should have used a mitt. Sorry. We're back. right in there. There we go. Oh, still some of that goodness left over in there. Don't want to lose it. And the reason why we took it off and took it out of the pan so quickly was because the pan is very hot and the spices can burn. If the spices burn, it's not going to be good. We'll mix that up. I'm going to add, at this point in time, some turmeric. And my turmeric is ground, of course, and so we're gonna put it in now and not in when we do the toasting of the spices. There we go. And I'm gonna let you take a look at this. And this is also where I would add my nutmeg if I were going to make the batch with nutmeg totally. But since we're gonna split it out, I'm gonna wait to add the nutmeg after I grind it. So I'll be back so you can see the grinding of it. So this next part is gonna be a little bit of a process. We're gonna do this in batches because this is a small grinder. I did this in my big blender and my Vitamix and really messed up the container. It basically made the container opaque. So if you want to keep your blender nice, your blender container nice, do not do it in your blender. I would say get an old blender, or like I said, get a coffee grinder and do it in a coffee grinder. Since you have the larger pieces of cinnamon, you may want to break them up before you put them in. So we're going to do it several steps. I'm going to do some, put it in a bowl, then do some more, put it in a bowl, and I'm going to continue working like this to ensure that it gets to the grind that I want it to be. I don't want it to be too fine, but I certainly don't want big chunks of seeds and, of course, leaves and that type of thing. So I put the first round in and put this on, and we'll blend it. You would not believe the aroma of the house at this point in time. It is very, very fragrant. So we're gonna take this, we turn it over to get this out. And of course, it's not gonna do that here. And this is what it looks like so far. So you can see that. And we do a little bit. It's got a good grind on it. That's about what I like. And then we're gonna go ahead and put some more of this. Let's chop up some more of these. You don't wanna have those big, wow. You don't have those big chunks of cinnamon stick in there. What happens though, when you do toast it like that, it becomes brittle and you don't really have to worry so much. You wanna make sure the cardamom seeds are nice and toasted so they will break up also. Here's a big piece of the cinnamon that we wanna get done. You can buy the cinnamon stick at the store. H-E-B has it for sure. And you can buy it in the Mexican markets also. So different name, but it's still the same. There we go. And we're gonna grind this. Whoop. When it buzzes like that, that means there's a cinnamon stick or something's caught and we need to move that. So, whoop, still again. Okay. So yeah, if there's a cinnamon stick, which is exactly what's happening, it gets lodged, then it will not go around. It will not, will not move. There we go. We're up and running again. Always be careful with the blade. Make sure you don't touch your fingers or your hand. And you can hear how fine it is by just listening. Okay, we turn it over and we go ahead and pull that out. And I'll show you here in a second. Get that dumped out. So far, this is what we're looking like. Now, it is Chelsea that has an allergy to nutmeg. So we try to take the nutmeg out for her, which we will do. She makes a phenomenal tandoori chicken, and she bakes it, and it is delicious. So we have to, we're her dealer, her pushing dealer, her Garam Masala. And you can buy garam masala in the stores, not everybody has the same taste or the same flavor. I just like this. This is, oh, see? Not everything chops up quite as fine as you hope. So that's why we run it through a couple times if it's not to your liking. The seeds, the coriander seeds, if you have extra, you can take them into your planter and plant them, and you will have cilantro. And then later on in the season, you can have coriander seeds that you can harvest. In fact, a friend of ours in the neighborhood harvested some coriander seeds and he gave them to me. But when he gave me the seeds, he also gave me pepper seeds with it. So I've got to be very selective about what I do with it. I think I'll probably just plant the seeds. So we're almost through with this first round here. And so I'm going to stop the video and I will come back after it's all good and done. So here we go. We're back. I sifted through and got out the large pieces that I thought needed to be ground up a little bit more. And I think we're pretty much finished with this. So we're going to take this out. Get all the goodness out of there. Careful with your fingers. The way to clean this is to take a piece of white bread, and you put the piece of white bread in there. You do not put this in the water. Put the piece of white bread in there, and you go ahead and pulse it a few times, and that will help clean it. You do not want to put, of course, this in water, and you certainly don't want to have to try to scrub it out. It will look like this. It will never be clear again, just so you know. Let's show you what we've got here now. This is the garam masala. It's nice, it's fragrant. I'm going to divide it up. So I'm going to put mine in here. And then I'm adding my nutmeg. So my nutmeg will go in last. For those people that are allergic to nutmeg, the nutmeg goes in last. And then this is what we've got. We have a nice, fresh, brand new batch of garam masala. And here's Chelsea's without the nutmeg, and she will be ready to go with her tandoori chicken. So that's it. Make it, make it at home, breathe, have some ventilation. Anyway, enjoy.